Well, hello. Welcome to You Can Emerge Positive. And I am your host, Deanne Lewis. And boy, I'm so grateful that you are here with me today. We are going to be talking about some important things today. If you are looking for more calm in your life, like who couldn't use that right now, right? Things are crazy. Who couldn't use more calm? If you're looking for more calm in your life, if you are looking for some more focus, and even more energy, you have come to the right episode because we are going to talk about what I love talking about. I think it's one of my most important things, and it's called a morning routine. And what I like to call it is it's like a mindfulness routine. I don't know. I've always called it my spiritual morning routine, but call it whatever you want. I like to call it EP mornings as well, but it is dedicated time for you to be really grounding yourself, centering yourself, and really focusing on what you're doing, how you're showing up, what you want to accomplish. It's starting your day off with a success mindset. I mean, there's nothing better than this, I got to tell you. So, today that's what we're going to talk about. And the great thing is, you don't need to take a class, you don't need to read a book, you don't need to buy anything. You just need to make the commitment for 10 minutes a day and actually do it. And if you do, you are going to see the benefits. And we're going to talk about that today about what is the routine, why you should do it, what benefits you can see. We'll even talk about research that's going to prove that this isn't all just like, oh, sounds like a great idea. This is really real, people. Science backed real. So let's just dive in. My first question to you is, do you have a morning routine? Now, of course you do. Like, I know you have a morning routine. I don't even know you yet. The morning routine that you have maybe just be rolling out of bed, brushing your teeth, going to the bathroom and getting dressed before you roll into your work day. It may be way more intentional than that. Maybe you go to the gym, maybe you stretch, maybe you do yoga, maybe you meditate, maybe you journal, maybe you already do some of these things that we're going to talk about. But you surely already have a routine set. And the question is, where can you add and slot in 10 minutes to make it more intentional so that you are really reaping the benefits of it? So think about that. Where can you slot in 10 minutes? And I know when I start talking about morning time, people get really possessive and really kind of, no, I don't have time. But let me tell you my story because I didn't have time either. I used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And the reason why I got up at 5 a.m. is because I am high maintenance. It takes me forever to get ready in the morning with the shower and the hair and the makeup and all that crap, and to also work out in the morning and to drive to my office. Like it just was this ridiculous amount of time. So 5 a.m. is when I got up. I started in 2004. I started working with a spiritual teacher, and her requirement was that I did a morning routine. So I didn't have a choice but to get up earlier or not go to the gym, which at the time of my life that was not possible. Like I needed that to get energy and just feel good and get my head straight. So I added an additional half hour to my day and I started getting up at 4:30 in the morning. In the beginning, it really sucked. Like it feels like you're waking up in the middle of the night at 4:30 a.m. Like there's no daylight anywhere. It doesn't matter what, time zone you're in. 4:30 is dark and it feels like it's the middle of the night. But because I really reaped so many benefits from getting up and doing this morning routine, it became something I looked forward to. I started protecting that time. I definitely wouldn't let anybody keep me up too late because I needed to make sure I was in bed early so that I could do it. Like it became something that I depended on and I enjoyed. And what I loved about it most is the results that I saw in myself and how people were acting and reacting to me and what I was producing in my life, both at work and at home. And I know it will have the same outcome for you if you do it. So you can take 10 minutes is basically what I'm saying. 10 minutes to dedicate yourself to trying something for the morning routine, and see what kind of benefits you can create. So I know this sounds all fun and dandy, and it sounds reasonable, maybe, to do a morning routine. But let's talk about the research because there really is a lot of research out there that backs this idea of getting up early and really focusing with an intention of what you want to do and what you want to accomplish. In fact, this isn't even on my sheet. I just read an article this week about this adjunct professor at Harvard, and he is known as the happiness professor. And he apparently gets up at 3:30 in the morning. By the way, I don't get up at 4:30 anymore. That was just for that one time in my life. I want to be for real. I get up at like 6:30 now, normal. But this adjunct professor gets up at 3:30 in the morning, and he says he starts exercising within 15 minutes of getting up. He has a home gym, and he then drinks a protein shake, and then he goes through this routine of his, and he swears by it. He swears that it is why he is a happy guy. He's healthy, he's young and youthful, although he's much older. And so he swears by this. This just came out this week, and I wish I could tell you where. I don't remember in this moment, but look for it because it's a great article to reinforce this. But outside of that, UC Davis, they did a study in 2016, and they said that people who followed consistent morning rituals, and that is the key here, as it is with everything, consistency, right? Sometimes I really hate that word because it is so easy. And it's also so easy to not do it. But if you consistently have a morning routine, whether it's, and this is going back to this UC Davis study, whether it's journaling, stretching, or mindful reflection, it shows measurable improvements in focus, in productivity, and decision making later in your day. So if you're doing this in the morning and then you're going to work, this is absolutely going to step up your game without a doubt. And also in your relationships too. Like, absolutely, how you show up is critical and how people are responding to you, right? So the people you work with, your spouse, your children, this is going to have a very, very far reaching effect that is worth the 10 minutes of dedication. And you know something? You're probably going to end up doing more because it's so awesome that I mean, I never do less than 30 minutes ever, 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 but I like to do a minimum of 60 if I can because I love it so much and I know the benefits. So, anyway, back to the research. Harvard Business Review in 2018, they looked at professionals who spent 10 to 15 minutes reflecting or setting intentions before their workday. And when they did that, they reported higher engagement, better problem solving, and greater job satisfaction. Hello? Like, do you see a pattern here? This is all good. There's no way that these 10 minutes are not worth your time. Okay, I'll do one more because there's a bunch of them here. The American Psychological Association in 2021, so this is more recent, showed that morning mindfulness, just 5 to 10 minutes, they're stressing this, 5 to 10 minutes, was linked to lower cortisol levels. This is crazy. Steadier emotions and reduced anxiety throughout the day. Okay, so I know a lot of people that are really struggling with anxiety. We are living in a very high stress time in our life, in the world, and this is something that is going to help you with your mental wellness, your overall well-being, even your physical health. So it's a mind-body connection. And as you are intentionally starting your day and having this consistent 10-minute morning routine or longer, you are absolutely going to see these benefits show up in your life and quickly. This is not like, oh, in 3 months you'll see something. No, 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 no. You are going to feel it immediately. And I'll tell you something else. The days that you don't do it, and I mean, look, life has a vote, right? Some days you're going to wake up and you're not going to be able to do it. Maybe you have an early morning flight or you're sick, whatever. There are going to be days that life has a vote and you're not going to do it. You're going to feel the difference. You're going to want to go back and do this because it is so impactful. And it's so silly because it's the easiest thing to do, and yet most of us don't do it. So I am urging you here to try this. In fact, I'm challenging you to try this. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Now, I want to talk first, before we get into this challenge, about what exactly it is. Like I keep saying morning routine, EP mornings, spiritual morning routine, but what actually is it? And the thing is, you get to decide. There is no right or wrong way to do this. It's not like you have to follow a protocol. You don't have to like sign up for something and learn how to go from step A to step F and no, there is no right or wrong. It's because the key is consistency. You just have to choose something that you know you'll do. Don't follow your friend on this. They're going to do their own thing. You pick your own thing. To try and make things really simple for you, you don't even have to think. I have created a PDF on emergepositive.com. It's the free download button. So if you go to emergepositive.com, in the top right hand corner, there's a free download button. If you click on that, it will take you to this free PDF download. And what it is, it's called EP Mornings, and it just gives you a bunch of ideas and options of what you can choose. There are book recommendations, there are meditations that you can choose to listen to, and a whole bunch of other things. It's just kind of gives you all these different categories and ideas within the category where you can pick and choose and build and curate something that is perfect just for you. Or you can just do your own thing. It doesn't matter. You don't need the PDF either, but I made it just to make it easy so you don't have to think about it. So, some of the big things that people, like I would say the major categories that people do is exercise. Doing some form of stretching or yoga is really ideal. But you can do strength training, walking, really anything that's moving your body while you are focused mentally on what are you doing. So here's an example. If you are looking to lose weight, and many of us in midlife are. So, if you are looking to lose weight while you're stretching in the morning, say to yourself, I am releasing the heaviness and the weight. And just repeat that over and over as you're connecting with your body, stretching it out, feeling better. It will really have an amazing impact on you. Another thing is journaling, taking time, 10 minutes to just do a brain dump. Just whatever comes to mind, write it down. There is no right or wrong answer on this. So I like to just, I have a dedicated journal and I go through them probably once a month. Honestly, I do somewhere between 2 and 3 pages and I just write whatever it is. Sometimes it's a diary of, oh, this happened and this is how I felt. Sometimes it's strategically thinking, where am I going? Am I actually taking the steps? Am I doing what I need to do to get where I want to go? It just depends on the day. Again, no right or wrong. Meditation is a big one. I also do that every day. I do meditation for 10 minutes along with these other things, but you can do just breathing. Honest to goodness, if you just close your eyes and just sit in bed, you don't even have to leave your bed for this. Sit in bed and close your eyes and just do deep breaths. A minimum of 3, but just do that. It will lower your cortisol. It will make you feel way more calm and relaxed, and it'll allow you to start your day off way more centered. It's amazing what happens when you start off more aligned, more rooted, more centered. You will react differently in your life to the people that cross your path. If a problem comes up at work, you won't spin out or overreact. You'll listen to it and say, okay, let's figure out a sensible solution here. It is crazy, but it is true. It really does put yourself in such a calm and just more approachable place. So try those. Meditation, walking, journaling. Oh, the one I really wanted to cover was visualization. Visualization work is done a lot in sports. Athletes talk about it a lot where they visualize the win, they visualize the goal, they visualize whatever they're doing, the golf swing. But it works. When you are visualizing here the details of what you want to see in your life, it does come to be. It is crazy and it works. You get detailed, have fun with it. Like, I think that sitting and visualizing is like being a kid and daydreaming. It's essentially the same thing. Let yourself see your future, see your goal. What does it look like? What does it feel like? How do you feel in that circumstance? Get into the details and allow yourself to go and revisit that over and over again. It's like magnetic. You're attracting that into your world. And it is extremely fun to do, especially when you start seeing it show up. It's incredible. truly incredible. So all of these different options are available to you. They're all in this PDF that you can choose from, or you could come up with your own. I mean, maybe it's just sitting and just sipping coffee while you're thinking about how you want your day to go and how easy it's going to flow and how the meeting's going to end and your parking is going to be easy, whatever. Like, just be intentional. Be focused about what you are doing and how you're showing up and how that is going to manifest in your life. That's kind of the key. But do whatever it is that feels good to you. So now the challenge. I am challenging you to take tomorrow, not next week, but tomorrow. Take 10 minutes. Do one thing. Do the journaling, do the meditation. Maybe you start with the gratitude. I just talked about that on the last episode about doing the three things you're most grateful for and start your day that way. Roll into it easy, but dedicate 10 minutes to yourself, 10 minutes to your day to start it off in a successful mindset. I promise you, you are going to be so happy with the results. So, so, so happy with the results. Then I want you to come back and tell me how it went and do it the next day. Tell me how it went. Definitely give me feedback. I'd love to hear what your response is to taking this time and dedicating it to you. All right, well, we've come to the close already. I can't believe it. And I just want to thank you for being with me today and listening. If you truly were inspired by this or this is striking a chord with you in some way, please subscribe because I'm going to be doing this every Wednesday and each week will be a different topic, but they're all going to be underneath the umbrella of improving your life through mindset. Because when you're working on that, you can improve every single aspect of your life. It starts with your mindset, all of it. It's the foundation. So we're going to cover a whole bunch of topics over the weeks, and I'm really excited to share them with you. If you have a friend that you think could really benefit from this, please share this with them. Please let them know about the morning routine and about this podcast so that we can grow our community. When you leave today, remember that you are in control of your life. You are in control of how you begin each and every day, and you can choose that you can emerge positive. Thanks again for joining. See you next week.